Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we got to discuss something. We got SummerSlam coming up in a couple of hours. Shout out to everybody if you're ready. Make sure, let's get in the comment section. Let's talk. I'm going to get my final predictions. I'm not going to waste too much time with the people. We all know right now, pro wrestling, especially the WWE, is just hot as ever, as hot as fish grease. You talking about like every match, the storyline is just tremendous. I mean, it's just wild. I'm gonna break down a little bit of this and that. If you want more content, make sure you subscribe to Flight Sports. We all know, like I repeat, SummerSlam is basically the second biggest pay-per-view. I'm not gonna say premium live event, the PLE. I'm gonna keep it as a pay-per-view. You know, I come from that era. So this is the second biggest pay-per-view after WrestleMania. It's not WrestleMania, but it's definitely a big situation, and you clearly see it as the card continues to move and elevate. These matches got serious weight to them, and mind you, this is going to be at the Cleveland Browns arena, aboard the Cleveland Browns stadium. Pardon me. This will not be in an arena. SummerSlam is going to a full-fledged stadium. This is the last of the one night. They go into two nights in Minneapolis next year. But let's not waste no time. I want to get straight into CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre with the special guest referee Seth Rollins. Listen, this is a soap opera. Everybody is intrigued with this match. I really think this should be the main event, but we all know it's not going to be. It's going to be the WWE Championship, which we're going to get into shortly. But this situation, to me, clearly this is the biggest storyline in wrestling. And uh, clearly you throwing Seth in there. People think you may be watering it down. It's going to be interesting because I think Seth Rollins is going to play a major part in something. So he's not in there for nothing. So just monitor that situation and let's see what he does in that match. I CM Punk, that's my favorite wrestler of all time. But I do think that is a situation where Drew McIntyre is going to win. So I got Drew going over. I'm going to take my heart out of it, just go off what I'm seeing. I think it's a situation where Seth Rollins screws CM Punk. Then you get into possibly a triple threat at Bad Blood, maybe in a Hell in a Cell or something, or you just going CM Punk, Seth. It's going to be interesting. So I think you setting up for that. Um, Clearly, you got. I want to get into the another big time match. We could get into. There's so many different ones where we want to pick, like where we want to pick from. A little pick from the litter. We can go into the Damian Priest situation with Gunther, the Ring General. I listen. Damian Priest, to me, if he loses the belt here at SummerSlam, isn't he a transitional champion? I know he kept trying to say he's not this, he's not that, but I think he could be in a little bit of in that territory because I think he's going to lose. You got to give it to Gunther. Gunther basically elevated the IC title, and basically I ain't gonna lie, dude was alright, Damian Priest. Like he wasn't a bad champion. I think he did alright. But I think he's going into a program with Finn Balor. That's what everybody keep talking about all over us online and speculation. I think you're going to see it's a situation where the Judgment Day just gets dismantled. I think that's going to be another little thing going on behind the scenes of all of these matches. This is just going to be a one big situation, because it got so many different things happening at one time. It's just crazy, So I think you're going to have Finn Balor probably some crazy stuff go down in that match. And I think they protect Damian Priest in that finish, because I think that's going to be one sick match. Like, I think you just get your popcorn. I think it's going to be a big heavyweight match. It's going to be crazy. But Gunther's going over. He will be the new champion. Like I said, we could continue on and on to some match. Like I said, I'm just gonna run down this list and tell you my thoughts. Sami Zayn, Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker is clearly the future. one of the guys that they moving on. This dude is a powerhouse. He's fast. He's athletic. I mean, dude is the truth. And mind you, that's Steiner's son. So you know what's in his path. Nothing but green pasture. Sami Zayn holding it down, doing his thing. But I think he gonna be on to something big and better. We're gonna get into that, later. So I got him winning that. LA Knight, Logan Paul from Cleveland. I think this is gonna be a crazy situation where he bring out all of the internet sensations. I think this is gonna be a talked about event all over the place. They talking about the Olympics. It's crazy because you got the Miz hosting it, and the Miz was all over these sports networks, and he said, of course, the WWE will go against the Olympics. They go against Monday Night Football. They go against the finals. They go against everything. It is what it is at the end of the day. So I'm intrigued, and they got a loyal fan base that want to see these matches. LA Knight's gonna win. I think so. Everybody could just see that from a block away. You go to Bailey, Nia Jax. Um, I like Bailey. I was like, I rewatched WrestleMania. Bailey had to me like the second best match to me on the card. Bailey versus EO Sky. Now with Nia Jax, I think Nia Jax might win. Bailey, I don't know if she needs the title. She got it. Nia Jax could benefit. Is a situation. You got Tiffany Stratton going to possibly be involved in this situation. You might go to Nia Jax, Tiffany. It's going to be interesting, but I think that it's going to be some kind of interference here. I think it's going to be interference city. I think you're going to have all that going on. And then obviously the bloodline. I think that everybody's gonna have their popcorn drinks ready for this one. People are anticipating the return of Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. They up in the Cleveland Browns football stadium. They didn't rent that stadium out for nothing. I think they're gonna bring out all the bells and whistles. You're gonna see Roman Reigns return. Hell, you might see The Rock. But somebody's coming back. For sure. So it's going to be interesting to see. And that we all know Cody Rhodes ain't losing the championship no time soon. I want to know who the hell is actually going to take the belt from him, because WWE is just riding the Cody wave, and it's not bad. I think he got to hold on to the belt, because he's going to hold on to that belt possibly all the way to WrestleMania, and maybe even retain it. He might go on a 2-year run with this title. Just buckle up, because I could see him facing a couple of people and defending that title. His storylines they never really pick up yet. We all know there's a Randy situation coming up, but the bloodline is going to return. We all know Cody Rhodes is going to beat Solo, and I like Solo, and I like all them dudes from the bloodline. They're going to be in the tag team match as well. I think they're going to fool around and win it. So I mean, it's just a crazy situation, y'all. But make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to Flight Sports TV. You already know it will be in Cleveland, so you see what's going on. I'm ready for the festivities. It's SummerSlam. It's Flight Sports TV. Peace and